So once again, good morning to everyone. Keep the video on. Krishna, what happened? Yes, Vishnu? Okay. So today we are going to revise journal. Okay? Journal. And before journal, we need to discuss the rules of debit and credit. Without knowing that, we will not be able to do this journal. So, have you all revised the rules? Yes or no? If not, I request you to revise it now. The rules of debit and credit. Without the rules, there is no journal. We have two rules like the traditional approach and modern approach. According to the traditional approach, we classify all the accounts into how many? Yes? How many? According to the traditional approach. How many, Pranav?
Three.
How much? Three. Three. Number three. 1, 2, 3. Okay? According to the traditional approach, all the accounts are divided into three categories. First one is nominal, no, not nominal, but still let's start with nominal. Nominal account, personal account, real account. Or I'll rearrange it again. Personal account, real account, and nominal account. Okay? So which are the three? Aparna? No. Yes, Krishna?
Nominal account, personal account, real account.
Real account. Okay. So all the accounts according to traditional approach, we classify them into three categories. Okay. Let's start with personal account. Personal account. Personal. Personal is related to people, persons. Correct? Person, people. Okay. So, all the person, the people involved in a transaction, it is them that we call it as personal account. Ram account, Rahul account, or Pavitra account. So, all they are personal accounts. Now, inside this personal account, we also have artificial person. Artificial. These are all original, no, original people. Krishna account, Pavitra account. They are all the original people, the individuals existing. And they could be either creditors or debtors. One who owes money to the business or to whom the money owes business to. Okay? They are all people. Sometimes it could also be some organization, the names of businesses. Okay? ABC Limited or anything. name of a business, they are called artificial person. ABC Limited, or you can say the Kalyan Silks, or you can say some names of shops or institutions. They are all considered as artificial persons. And there is one more category, that is representative accounts. Representative. Some accounts will be representing people. That is capital account. You know capital account? No. Capital, what is capital? The money invested by the owner. Okay? That is capital. So this capital account is actually a personal account. According to the traditional approach, we consider this as personal account. Why? This capital is actually representing the owner. Correct? Owner. So the capital is called, what is this capital? It is actually personal account. Now what is a rule? What is the rule of personal account? Anish, keep the video on. What happened today? Okay. Personal account, the rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. That is the rule. Take it down. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay. Now, so that rule is clear, no? Debit the receiver. One who receives, he is given the debit, and credit the giver. That is the rule. Now coming to the next one, next account, that is real account. Real account, they are actually related to the assets. Asset, they are all real, no, original. Building, it is real. Okay, real means original, reality, real. So the assets are all real. The machinery, it is real. You know there is a machinery. Building, land. So they are real accounts. Real. We classify them, or we categorize them, group them into real accounts. So for that, the rule is debit what comes in. Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out. Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out. Okay. Now the third one is nominal accounts. Nominal. Nominal account means they are only in names. No, N for nominal, N for names. You cannot see, or it is not any person, nothing. It is only, it exists only in names. And they are the expenses, losses, incomes, and gains. So nominal account means expenses, losses, incomes, and gains. 4 of them. Okay? Expense, loss. That is one family. Expense, loss. Another family, income, gains. Okay. So what is the rule? Debit all expense and loss. Credit all incomes and gains. Debit all expenses and loss. credit all incomes and gains. That is the rule. So from next day onwards, every day I will ask the rules. Okay? Being a commerce student, if we don't know the rules, it is very, very bad, shameful. So the rules are very important. So according to the traditional approach, we have 3: personal account, real account, nominal account. What is the rule of personal account, Anish?
Ma'am, I just joined.
That's okay. We completed this long back, no? And I had asked you to revise it also for today. Yes, Akshay, what is the rule of personal account?
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Very good. What is the rule of real account, Rahul?
Debit what comes in, credit what goes out.
Very good. And yes, Krishna, what is nominal account rule?
Debit all expense and loss and credit all income and
Very good. Perfect. So it's clear now? Traditional approach. Will you forget it again? No. So this is traditional approach, and we have the next one, that is modern approach. Modern, traditional, and the next one will be the modern. Okay? And nowadays, the rule that we follow now, or all the textbooks, you find this, the modern approach, because it is little more easy to apply than this traditional approach. But as I said, we should be knowing both these. We should be aware of both these rules, but you can go for modern approach when you do the problems. Okay? Now, according to the modern approach, we have 5 categories. Okay? 5. We are classifying the accounts into 5. Okay, Aparna? Okay, so the 5 are asset. Number 1, asset. Second one, liabilities. Liabilities. Third one, incomes and gains. Okay, incomes and gains. Fourth one, expense and loss. And the fifth one, capital. 5. According to the modern approach. Asset, liability, income gains, expense loss, capital. Okay, clear? Now, what is the rule? For that, I had told you one word. What was that? Easy to remember.
Dealer.
Dealer. Keep that in your mind. Very good. Dealer. That is a technique to remember this rule based on the modern approach. Okay? Dealer. D-E-A-L-E-R. Dealer. D is drawings. Drawings. It is not there among this 5. I told you 5 only: asset, liability, income, expense, and capital. But we are bringing D also to just frame this word, dealer. D for drawings, E for expenses. E for expenses. Expenses and losses. They are siblings. They come together. Expense and losses. A for asset. A for asset. Drawings, expense, asset. Okay? When you find an increase Increase in drawings, increase in expense, increase in asset. What we do? We will debit. We will debit. Increase. So what happens if it decreases? Just the opposite. Credit them. Okay? Drawings, expense, asset. When increase, you debit. If it decreases, you credit. Coming to the next three words. LER. L for liability. L for liability. E stands for equity. Equity is another word for capital. Okay? Equity means capital. And R for revenue. Revenue is another word for income. Income. Okay? Liability, equity, and revenue. So, what happens if it increases? If this increase, we will credit. If this increase, we will credit. So, if it decrease, just the opposite, debit. This is the modern approach. Is it okay now? Is it clear? So learn any one. Then it will be the just opposite. So let's go for the only increase. Keep in mind DEA. Drawings, expense, asset, increase, it is debit. And the rest, LER, increase, it is credit. Okay? So, the decrease, vice versa. Just the opposite. So, be thorough with one. And keep this word always. The first three, DEA, together, one family, LER, another family. Alan is here. He's waving his hands. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Okay, now? Dealer, DEA, LER, DEA, increase debit, decrease credit, and LER, increase credit, decrease debit. Fine. Now, shall we start doing the journal now? Okay with the rules? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes time to relax and think about these rules. Yes, relax. Okay, so first of all, business. We are all going to write the accounts, prepare the accounts from the point of view of the business. Okay, as if business is writing the entries. Business is preparing the books of account. Okay, so always think from the angle of the business. You are the business. Imagine yourself as the business. Okay, so the business is going to write the accounts, going to prepare this journal. So what is happening to the business? Is asset coming to the business or asset going out from the business? Likewise. Okay, so you will be thinking from the point of view of the business. You are going to be the business now. Now, in business, we know that several transactions takes place. It is not only the 1, 2, 3, no. So many transactions takes place. So for the business, the accountant, it is very difficult to keep in mind all these. So the accountants, what they do, they will write it down in a book. Correct? So the first step is recording the transaction. Recording. What is accounting? Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing. Correct? It is the art of recording. So the first thing is record. Where to record? The first place where you record this is the journal. For the first time, we will write it in the journal. Okay. Now let's take a problem and see how to apply these rules. So you are all familiar with the journal format. That is clear to all. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount, credit amount. This will be the format, no change. Okay, date, particulars, LF. LF means ledger folio. Ledger. After journal, we will be preparing ledger. So L for ledger, F is folio. Ledger folio. Always the first one is debit, next one is credit. Debit amount, credit amount. Okay. So that is about the format. Now we are going to write it in this format, okay? The first transaction, let us see this question. I'll tell you how to apply the rules. The first question is, business started with cash. Business started with cash. So always we have to find out the two aspects here. As we know, we follow dual aspect principle. All the transaction will have a debit as well as a credit. So we need two aspects, the debit aspect and credit aspect. One should be debited, another should be credited. And always debit should be equal to credit. Both of them should be same. Now, when it is started business with cash, automatically you find the word cash. That is one aspect, cash. Yeah, that is one, cash. And starting business, what is that? When you start a business, what is that money called? It is capital. Capital, correct? You will start the business with a capital. And I told you we are going to think from the business, from the point of view of the business. Now we got two aspects, capital and cash. Now check, the next step is to see to which category does it fall. Capital, cash. What is capital? It is the equity. We have it directly in the rule, capital. What is this cash? To which category does it belong? Asset. Cash is an asset. Cash is an asset. Now think of the rule. What is the rule now? DEA, increase, you debit. LER, increase, credit. From the point of view of the business, always this capital is a liability. And as you know, It is increase, you credit. And cash is coming inside the business. So cash is increasing in the business. So cash will be given debit to capital. Capital will be credit. This is how we apply the rule. And one more thing, if suppose you are asked to write a journal entry, never write it as a single sentence, like a line, like cash account debit to capital. No, this is wrong. Even if you don't have that table format, okay, you don't have time to draw the table, or you cannot write it. There is no option for you to draw this table. Still, you should write it like this. Cash, same that format should be followed. When you are asked to write a journal entry, you will write like this. Cash, account, debit. Leave some space as you write a paragraph, next paragraph, cash account debtor to capital. This is how you should write a journal entry. Don't write it as a single line, single statement. No. Cash account debtor to capital. Okay? Yes. Now, in the journal entry, in the journal, we have the table, date, particulars, debit amount, credit amount. In the debit amount column, you will write 75,000. In the credit amount column also, you will write 75,000. Then the next step is to write a narration. You should give a briefing about this journal. What is this journal all about? I mean, what is this entry? This is a journal entry all about. So you can write started business. Simply started business is enough. You just have to give a brief, or started business with cash. But from the entry, it is clear. Started business with cash. And what is this called? Narration. Narration. Okay? Narration. Then after this, we should draw a line. Then only we will start the next journal entry. And this line is not for the entire table. It is only in the particulars column. Particulars. Okay? This much is clear? Okay. Now, let us go for December 12. Purchased furniture. I want you to prepare the journal, the journal entry, and tell me the rule. December 12. Purchased furniture 3,000. Do it yourself. Find out the accounts involved. What is the rule? How will you apply the rule? Purchased furniture 3,000. Purchased furniture. The furniture is purchased by the business. Correct? Business is purchasing it. I told you, always think from the business, from the point of view of the business. So what happens when you buy a furniture? What is happening there? When you buy a furniture, you will pay for it. Correct? You will give money, then you get the furniture. That is what happens now. When you go to a shop, you pay for it, you get the item. So here, Cash is gone. You have given cash. Cash is given. You received furniture. So what are the two aspects, two accounts here? Yes, Pavitra, what are the two accounts? Yes? Cash and what are the two accounts? Cash and furniture. Okay? Cash, furniture. Okay. Now let's see which category does this belong to. What is this cash? Yes, Pranav, what is this cash?
Asset.
Cash is an asset. I'll share the screen. Okay, so we have cash and furniture. These are the two accounts. Cash is an asset. Okay. What about this furniture? What is that now? Aparna, what is this furniture?
Asset.
That is also asset. Very good. Okay. Cash is an asset. Furniture is an asset. Now, where is the rule of asset here? Asset. Asset increase, we debit. So, when asset decrease, what happens? Asset increase, debit, decrease, credit. That is a rule, no? Yeah. So, which is that asset increasing? Think from the business point of view. For the business, which is that asset increased? Is that the cash? Yes or no?
Furniture.
No, cash went out. You gave cash. Money went. So what came inside? Furniture came inside. Furniture increased. There were 4 chairs, 4 sofa in the business. You purchased one more sofa. So what happened to your furniture asset? Asset increased. Sofa increased. Correct? So which is that asset increased? Furniture. Furniture increase, debit. So what you write? Furniture account. Furniture account debit. Now, which asset has decreased? Cash went out. You paid cash to cash. Furniture asset increase. So you debit. Cash asset decrease. So you credit. This much is clear? Perfect? Okay, okay. So I stop with this. See you in the next hour. Okay? Thank you.